This is another video about self-care and how important it is and the difference that it makes in our lives. I had been taking care of two adult parents who were sick with COVID, and then I had a child who was also sick and at home for midwinter break with a husband who was working all week, working late. So I was also taking care of the household chores and dinner every night. And then I was also managing my real estate business the whole last 2 weeks. And let me tell you, taking care of people and taking care of your own business is very exhausting, and it can take a toll on a person. So I decided to take the day off last Friday to go to the spa and just spend the whole day at the spa, the whole work day at the spa. And then I ended up deciding to take the weekend off, which, if you know, realtors work on the weekend. That's when we technically work the most. But I decided to take Friday and the weekend off. I had work sprinkled in between the days, but for the most part, I just decided to check out. So on Friday, I ended up going to the spa and I ended up taking psilocybin, microdosing, and then ended up doing a Joe Dispenza meditation as I was microdosed and relaxed and chilled, and I actually got into this really cool space, and I was able to receive messages and downloads and a spark of inspiration come through me as I was laying there in the naked spa. And I was so inspired, and I got a vision of a dream that I had once dreamt, and I realized that this dream is totally possible. More to come about that. It's about possibly opening up a wellness healing center and also doing retreats. Anyway, that's a whole nother thing that came from being able to just recalibrate and relax. And then after that, I was able to connect with somebody who came into my sphere very recently, a really good friend now and mentor. And she came into my vision. My husband came into my vision. I see a new possibility, not just for myself and my family and my community, but also the world. So that was really powerful. And then the next day, I took my daughter, Maya, to her music class, and we ended up not making it to dance class because I got to connect with a few moms at her school, which I had been wanting to connect with since September of last year, but hadn't been able to because of whatever reasons. But I was able to connect after her music class, and I would say made friends with the moms from her school. And then we got invited to go to the zoo that same day. And if you know me, I work a lot. And so that means we plan out our weekends, and spontaneous events like going to the zoo on the same day don't happen very often. So Maya and I were able to go to the zoo after that. And then I invited Brian, but he decided to stay home to build me some garden beds. Because if you've been reading or watched some of my videos, I'm starting a homestead in Tacoma, and I need some garden beds. And my husband stayed behind so that we could go to the zoo to build garden beds. And after the zoo was so much fun. It was really great to be able to connect with another mom who had a child going to school with Maya. It was so much fun. And when I came home to 4 garden beds built by my husband that I'm super excited about. It was amazing. And then that night we ended up going to the Sounders game, which is the season opener for the Seattle Sounders, and we got to have date night. And Brian and I got to talk, connect, create. It was so full and fulfilling. And we got to really reestablish our connection, our marriage, and dream up a new dream, a bigger dream for ourselves and our family. And that was amazing. And then on Sunday, we got to visit a friend who lives close by that I met when I was in Seattle. We met in Seattle, but now that we're down here in Tacoma, I got to connect with a friend who was only 15 minutes away, who has a beautiful garden. We walked through his garden. He showed me what he was doing. I got some ideas. We got to connect. We got to commune. We got to talk about things that really light me up. And that filled my cup even more. And then the rest of the day we just spent like cooking. We went grocery shopping, cooking, preparing for the week. And my cup was just so full by the end of the week. And what is amazing about that is that there was still work being done while I was resting. We launched our newsletter. Yay! My team and I launched our first newsletter ever since I've started real estate 4 years ago. And then we I met up and got the keys for an upcoming listing that I have coming up. I also had an old friend reach out to me about listing their property. Like, work was happening as I was resting. So this is really the magic of taking care of yourself and self-care. And really for me, it is dispelling this idea of having to hustle and grind all of the time in order to get things done, but instead having the universe work for me, and at the same time my team, right? People, that's what teams are for. So that is my experience about self-care and taking care of myself. And I need to do it more, and not just need to, I am doing it more. And this is what's next for my personal growth and development, my professional growth and development as well. And I invite you to look into your life where you can relax a little bit and lean into your own self-care and watch the world around you happen for you. Anyway, have a great day. I hope this made a difference. Peace out.